This is JJ from Second Order with the first update video for our game Claybook, which is currently in early access. With the introduction out of the way, let's jump right into the changes we made with the first update. The first thing we are going to talk about is fluid mixing. Before this update, we could only have one color on one map at a time. Now we can have more than one color of fluid and different colors can be mixed together. Currently, mixing fluids is purely visual and doesn't affect gameplay, but we are thinking of ways the fluid mixing could be used to create more interesting situations in the future by, for example, making certain colors have certain properties, like making some color behave like lava or creating different effects when colors are mixed together. We have also added a sandbox mode that can be accessed using the pause menu while playing any level. The sandbox mode removes the timer as well as the objectives and gives you a radial menu that can be used to instantly morph to a whole bunch of shapes. We are planning to add more functionality to the sandbox in the future, like for example being able to change your size on the fly. Another cool thing that we technically already had, though never really used, is water erosion. The water erodes clay if it collides with something over a certain velocity threshold. Setting this threshold to 0, for example, would make fluid just go straight through everything. Setting it higher requires the fluid to hit things with some force for it to erode other clay. And here's a short video of the new level called Cannon Fortress that actually uses this new feature. Each waypoint in the level makes your player character a little bit bigger. There are cannons around the entire level that try to shoot you down, and even when they miss you, they'll destroy the path behind you, making it more difficult to travel the same route multiple times. Using the Hypersphere's repel ability is really useful for this level. Another new level we added is Aqua Rock. We moved this level near the end of Book 2 since it's quite demanding with lots of objectives going on. Fluid spawns at the top of the hill and you need to divert some of it in order to complete the objectives. Besides the other two levels, we have also added one new experimental level that plays very differently from any other level currently in the game. It's an endless runner. When the timer reaches 0, the game is over. Each waypoint you reach gives you more time. One of the main reasons why it feels so different to play compared to the other levels is because stamped paths are now more useful since you will have to go to one location more than once. You can try it out in Book 2. It's tagged with an experimental ribbon, so it's easy to find. We have also further improved the editor's in-game functionality. One big thing we added are 2-axis transformations, so now you can move an object in 2 directions at the same time. It makes moving things about a lot easier. So here I am using the new 2-axis transformations to create a word. Another, arguably even more useful thing is the undo and redo functionality we have added to the editor. You can now undo and redo pretty much all of your actions. This makes creating levels a lot less frustrating and improves the ease of use of the editor significantly. We have also improved the editor's gamepad support. Also, now you can deselect a selected object by clicking in an empty part of the screen, so you don't have to use the spacebar all the time. Another change involves the moving of objects. Objects are now locked inside the play area, so you don't accidentally move an object outside the play area, where it would not work correctly anyways. Besides all of these improvements and changes, we have also investigated crashes and other bugs players have been reporting on the Steam forum and on Discord. We have fixed a couple of problems that were the culprits of some of these crashes and bugs, and the game should overall be a lot more stable now. But if you still encounter crashes or game-breaking bugs after this update, feel free to comment on the Steam page or below this video. One big improvement in the latest update comes in the form of increased performance. The combination of improved minimum graphics settings and other optimizations we were able to make have allowed us to reduce the GPU requirements by 50%. We also made a whole bunch of other changes, including smaller level changes. In the tutorial level, for example, a lot of people see the rocket and possess it. They would then realize that the rocket is really hard to fly, and spend the next 5 minutes trying to get back to the cube. We hopefully made this a bit less of an issue now by raising the wall to break line of sight to the rocket as well as making the possess range smaller. In the level Sandbox of Chocolate, you would often fall into one of the holes beneath the tower that's used to keep the water from overflowing. This would happen almost every time if you didn't move your character after spawning. We added a small platform around the top part of the tower that prevents players from falling into those holes when not moving. And we also made the holes used for the water draining smaller than the player so you can no longer fall into them. Besides a few other level changes, we also changed the order of the levels in the game, from this to this, which hopefully will make the learning curve a bit more gradual. All of the changes we talked about here in this video, as well as a whole lot of changes we didn't talk about here, are available in the update notes on the Claybook Steam page. If you happen to be watching this video close to the upload date, Claybook is currently 40% off in the latest Steam sale, so go check it out. And this concludes the first update video for Claybook. If you would like to share some feedback or have ideas for the future development of the game, you can leave a comment under this video, post on the forums, or join our Discord server. All links are available in the video description below. Like, comment and subscribe to stay tuned for more Claybook updates in the future. And with a bit of luck, the next update video will hopefully be released at the same time as the actual update.